Hello students, this is Veena, Assistant Professor in the Department of English, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. Today we will learn about the setting goals. How is that it is very important to make ourselves understand how to set our goals. What is that criteria which we have to follow, or what is that interest, what is that like which has made me set a goal for my lifetime? It is very important to set a proper goal for yourself to make your professional enhancement more abler and also in a more very wider and in a very more opportunitative areas. How is that you are going to take up those opportunities which you are going to look forward in your future? Setting goal is one of the very important aspect which will make you stand rightly in a position after your achievement of the academic persuasion. Now, setting goals could be in a long-term and short-term goal. Before that, let us try to understand what is this goal setting and what are the areas which we have to make ourselves concentrate and also understand its importance in the way of making our life profession very wider and also in a more appealing way. Now, goal setting is everywhere, isn't it? We see goal setting everywhere. Whomever you ask, what is your goal? They give you some or the other answer, because our aspirations, our likes, our dislikes, everything is placed under this goal setting. It depends on the prioritizations what we have made to make our capabilities look in a wider scope, will make us understand and reflect upon what is that we are going to create in future, attain in future, aspire in your future. So goal setting is everywhere. We set goals for our careers, for our health and also our lives in general, isn't it? For career, in the way of professional enhancement, in the way of professional, academic and also in the way of your achievements. Now, your health, isn't it very important to have a goal according to your health? It is very important for everyone to have that physical and mental health. So, for that, what is that you're going to do? What are the steps you're following to maintain that physical and mental health stable? Then, our lives in general, isn't it? We all look upon the aspects which will place us in the long term. And what are those areas which will take us, which will pave path in the future to achieve that long-term goal. So we set short-term goals in the process of achieve that big picture, that big long-term goal. Modern society is always encouraging us to think about the next milestone, isn't it? Yes, we always ask somebody else if they are achieving something. If you are standing in a place, we'll ask, what is your next step? What is it you're going to do? What is your future ambition and your areas of interest? So, the society is always encouraging and motivating. How you take up this encouragement, how you take this motivation from the others in your personal life, and how is that you are going to achieve that status in your life is very important. Whatever. What one doesn't think about enough is the science and the strategy of how to accomplish your goals. Now, when I am ready to set a goal, how is that I am going to accomplish it? What is that I am going to pay attention towards the accomplishment of my goals? So, we will learn all those aspects today through this video. Now, how to set a goal? What are those perspectives which we have to focus to set a goal? First, consider what you want to achieve and then commit to it. First, understand your likes, your areas of interest, your motivation, the thing which inspires you. Your likes, your dislikes, the motivation, the aspiration, the desire, the likes, all those things which you will consider in the way of making what you want to achieve. You will put forward a decision of your achievement, the perspective of your goal, where you want to reach, and then commit to it. Then take the decision over it. Now set SMART goals. What is the SMART? It can be an abbreviation with S says specific, measurable, attainable, relevant and time bound. I repeat, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant and time bound goals that motivate you to make feel tangible. You have to set very specific, that can be measured, that can be attained, and those are relevant and they are time bound. If you are setting a goal that is within this 5 years I want to reach there, see that you maintain that time limit. See that you maintain that time management system which will make you prosper in the ways of making you more successful. The time-bound nature, time-bound quality is the very, very important aspect which you have to remember while you are working to set your goals. Then plan the steps you must take to realize your goal and cross off each one of us, work through them. Try to make the way, try to make the plan to make that goal step by step, reach that goal step by step in order to towards improvisation and also towards the achievement. Now, what is this goal setting? Goal setting is a powerful process for thinking about your ideal future and for motivating yourself to turn your vision of the future into reality. Now, it is the very important and also very intuitively integrated thinking process which will make you understand how your future has to be, and for motivating yourself and to turn your vision and to look into your future in reality. Not just setting goal, trying to accomplish it, trying to achieve it is the most important thing which you have to remember. Then the process of setting goals helps you choose what you want to do in your life, isn't it? Always we have so many aspirations, we desire for something. When will it come true? Until unless you plan your goal properly, you make yourself motivated in that particular area. You will also quickly spot the distractions that can so easily lead you astray, isn't it? There will be many distractions in your road. There may be many diversions. How is that you're going to take those diversions? Try to make those diversions of negativeness into the positivity. This is the very important area which will make you reach your time-bound set goal that you are aspiring to place yourself in coming future years. Then starting to set personal goals. First, apart from your professional careers, apart from your academic careers, try to set a personal goal. What is that you want to be? Who you are? How you want to be? How is that your attitude and behavior must appeal to others in the long run? How is that you're going to create yourself as a human? Try to maintain that right perspective of your real behavior and attitude. So work, set a goal to develop your personal entities, abilities, which will make you stand right in that position. You set your goals on number of levels, isn't it? First, create your big picture. As I already mentioned, Big picture is the long-term set goal. What is that which you want to achieve at the final stake? It is your last stand. What is that setup goal where you want to stand? Big picture. Don't make your dreams narrow. Make them wider. Show that perspective which will make you improve yourself in the coming areas of what you want to with your life, or over say the next 10 years. Maybe your big picture could be next 10 years, the long term goal for your coming 10 years. Then identify the large scale goals that you want to achieve. In this 10 years, what is that you have set up for yourself? What is that benchmark at every level, each level, which you want to pursue it, acquire it, and attain it? And what are those areas which you want to make or create those benchmarks? So, in this while of 10 years, set those benchmarks at each level such that it will be an easy process to you to catch up or to reach up your set goals. Then break these down into smaller and smaller targets that you must hit to reach your lifetime goals, isn't it? We have to take pauses, reflect, try to regenerate yourself, try to extend your energy, try to motivate yourself, try to look for the wider options. So if you are setting a goal for 10 years, that means you have to break down it every 2 years and see, are you going in the right path? Is that the way which you have set for those 10 years? Try to reflect upon what you are doing. So to gain that reach over the 10 years, coming 10 years, what is that you are going to make yourself reflect upon at each level, setting goal for smaller areas with bigger targets. Then finally, once you have your plan, you start working on it to achieve your goals. So set a goal for long term, that is the 10 years. Then in between, try to break down with the short term goals, try to reflect upon and try to make it worth by the end of your 10th year. Start the process of setting goals by looking at your lifetime goals. Try to understand as a human being where you want to stand, as a professional what you want to do, and as a man in the society, what is that your perspective which will make you stand in this society. So all these areas keep in mind and set your goal. Work down to things that you can do this. Say the next 5 years, the next year, next month, next week, and today. Start from today. It's not that I have set up a goal for 10 years, now let me work from the next month or next year. Not like that. If you are setting a long-term goal, that means you are going to start to work to achieve it the very moment where you have decided. So maybe from today, you have to work upon your dreams and desires to fulfill and to achieve that goal which you have set for yourself. Then, first step, setting lifetime goals. How is that you're going to take this first step? The first step is setting personal goals is to consider what you want to achieve in your lifetime, or at least by a significant distant age in the future. For example, if we ask somebody, what do you want to become? They say, I want to be an IT supervisor, or IT manager, or software engineer, whatever it may be. You must have a distant view of it. Long-term view of what, where, how you're going to stand. Only with that clarity, you have to start to work to achieve your goals. That is your very first step. Setting lifetime goals give you the overall perspective that shapes all other aspects of your decision making. So, try to make that lifetime goal that which will give overall perspective. Your goal must include your family, your loved ones, your professional arenas, and the entire society. That means you must create a big picture around you, setting up goal with the wider aspirations and the fulfillment and the satisfaction of your own ability and your likewise. Then, to give a broad, balanced coverage of all important areas in your life, try to set goals in some of the following categories. Now, as a human being, I may be very good, I may be a hardworking person, but if I do not have proper awareness about every stage of my life where I have to set goal, I will not be able to successful. So now what are the areas which you have to, at least in these areas, you have to make a goal for yourself. First, career. What level do you want to reach in your career? Or what do you want to achieve? If you are choosing a profession, till what level you want to achieve the status? If you have started just as a trainee in the same organization, to which level you want to make yourself stand? Like that, you have to plan the progress of your career. Then, financial. You must also plan your financial goals. How much do you want to earn? By what stage? How is this related to your career goals? Is it related? Yes, of course. With your profession, the earnings are related, isn't it? Of course, how you're going to make it happen. If you want to earn some amount of money by some years, what is that perspective of profession which you will be able to make that money? So all these perspectives you should make yourself understand. Then education, very important. Is there any knowledge you want to acquire in particular? Is there any skill that you want to get mastery over which will help you to enhance the ability of your career perspectives and career goals? What information and skills will you need to have in order to achieve other goals? Now, every time setting a goal is not just important. To create awareness over what you want to become is important. To make that path, to build that path, to build that bridges between the gaps, what has come in your life, what you have faced, you must be able to understand and also create that awareness. Then artistic. Do you want to achieve any artistic goals? Of course, if you're a painter or if you're a orator, if you're a writer, and what type of goal you want to set it for improvisation of that skill. Then attitude. Is any part of your mindset holding you back? Is there any part of the way that you behave that upsets you? Now, how is your behavioral and attitude is considered? How is that you are going to make change to your attitude and your behavior? Wow, how is that you're going to please that group who is working around you? So, you should also set up a goal where you are making the right way of behavioral approach towards the people who are residing towards you. So, for that also you need to work out. Then, physical goals. Any there? Athletical goals that you want to achieve, or do you want a good health? Are you going on a diet? Or do you want to make yourself physically fit, mentally fit? If your goal is that, then what is that? You're doing it for achieving it. Then what steps are you doing to take it? Pleasure. How do you want to enjoy? If you say that I do not want to work hard, I do not want to do that, I just want to have pleasure. Now set a goal for that also. Now how is that you're going to enjoy it also is a setup of goal. Then public service. Do you want to do service to the public? Do you want to approach them, or do you want to meet them with a team, or individually you want to work them? Do you really have interest in this service? So all those also one perspective. Then step 2, setting smaller goals. Our step 1 was setting the bigger picture, isn't it? Having a long-term goal in the coming maximum to the 10 years. Then, to achieve that long-term goal, what is the short-term goal you have taken up? How is that you are going to integrate into it such that your long-term goal become easier? Now, once you have set your lifetime goals, set a 5-year plan of smaller goals that you need to complete. If you reach your lifetime plan, isn't it? Breakthrough. 2 years if you want to break, it's your choice. 5 years if you want to break, it's your choice. But ultimately, what is that plan you have made for your lifetime? Is this 5 years very fruitful in making that path easier? You must reflect upon these kind of areas. Then, create a 1-year plan, 6-month plan or 1-month plan, aggressively small goals. That can be any number of months, years. But try to make that breakdown. Try to reflect upon the path where you are moving forward. See that is there the connectivity towards my long-term goal is still there, or am I diverged toward the other sides? So, for every level, for each levels, you must be able to understand and also you must be able to recheck what you are doing. Each of these should be based on the previous plans. For that, you have to make right plans to achieve the right success. Then create a daily to-do list. If you have a short-term goal, create a daily list. Try to make a list of the activities what you want to do and how is that activity is going to contribute to enhance your skill. At early age, your smaller goals might be to read books, gather information on achievement of the further levels. You will help to improve the quality and realism of your setting goal. Finally, review your plans and make sure they fit way in which you want to live your life. Whatever you plan, see that they fit in the way how you are living your life. If you are not able to fit your plans of anything that which you are aspiring to do, then you have to think about it once again. See, whatever you are planning, whatever you are setting up, it must fit you and you must be able to adapt it and try to reinvent the possibility of its structure. Then, staying on course. You can take up the courses to set the first set goals. Once if you have decided on your first set of goals, keep the process going by reviewing, updating to your do list, isn't it? We have started making the do list. See, review the list, understand the list, try to reflect upon the list what you have made. If you have not done, again redo it. Periodically review the longer term plans and modify them to reflect your changing priorities and experience. If you have set a goal towards becoming an IT engineer, but in the way of your short-term goal, you have got diversified and moved towards some other field. Now, how is that you are going to match up? Or try to understand why this deviation has happened. If that deviation have happened, your likes may be differing from the day what you have set that long-term goal. There, reflect upon it and recreate or reset the lifetime goal if needed. Now, SMART goals. As we have already discussed it, be specific. Try to understand how important it is to measure the goals. Measuring is not with the scaling. It is how meaningful it is to attain that particular goal. How attainable. Attainable is action oriented. Your way of hard working, smart working. Then relevant. Is it really applicable to you, to your interest, to your understanding of the society or understanding of your academics? Then comes the most important time-bound quality. Whatever you set up for yourself, see that it is time-bound. You must be able to achieve it through the certain time. Give time for yourself. If you are unable to do it, reflect upon, plan again and make it the clear picture of attaining that set up goal. Now there are some tips for setting up your goal. What are they? State each goal as a positive statement. Whatever you set for yourself, make it as a positive statement. Do not have that negative notion, I will not be able to do this. Am I thinking more or intuitively? Is that I am worth about it? No. Try to set up each goal with the positive statement. I am interested in this. I am able to achieve it. I can do it. All these kind of positive statements will help you in making yourself more vibrant and also appealable. Now, be precise. Be precise is clear. Be clear about what you have set for yourself. Try to understand. Have the clarity over the thoughts, what you are aspiring to happen. Then, set priorities. Then, in this long run of your lifetime goal, set priorities. What comes first and what comes next. Where you can take a chance of diversion and where you cannot take a chance of diversion. Then write goals down. Write down the goals. If you are planning to do something, take down it on a paper on that same day. After some 5 years or 2 years, look back into that process. Try to see, did you do the same thing what you aspired before that 5 years? Isn't it? That would really help you to make yourself understand what you have lost or what you have learned or what you have changed. Then keep operational goals small. See that small goals must be operational. They must be going on. Take you in the setup of the action. Whatever action you are looking for, it must be set up. And that action process must be continuous and also you must be working upon the improvisation of those particular goals. Set performance goals, not outcome goals. Set the goals which will create an hype of your performance, not the outcome what we are seeing. We are looking for your better performance. We are looking for the great change in you that may help you in the way of your life. Then set realistic goals. Set something which is realistic. Isn't it? Do not make imaginative goals. If you say that I want to go and meet somebody who is not here, then is it possible? No. Try to create that realistic goals so that it is very, very easier for you to approach it. Now, key points of the goal setting are: goal setting is an important method for deciding what you want to achieve in your life, separating what's important from what's irrelevant or what relevant. We have some priorities which are irrelevant. We have some priorities which are relevant. Try to sort out the comparison between those two. Then motivating yourself. Try to go on, motivate yourself to aspire or to gain that grip over your set goals in the long run. Building your self-confidence based on successful achievements on goals. As soon as you're trying to achieve that short-term goals in the way of building your long-term run goals, so try to make that self-confidence, bring that self-confidence, saying to yourself that you're able to do, you're capable to do, and you are the person who is worth it. So, try to make yourself understand how important to set the goals and how important to achieve them and what are those areas where you have to work upon when there are diversions. That strong willpower, self-confidence will surely help you in achieving your set goals. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.